There is a structure so massive that the moment you step inside, your brain completely loses the sense that you're standing in a man-made space. You expect walls and ceilings, but instead you're met with a vast steel and glass sky stretching endlessly above you, covering an area equivalent to 170 standard football fields. This entire mega project was completed in just 38 months. And here's the twist. It's not just a train station. It's a city of the future with railways running straight through its core. So the question is, can the rest of the world keep up with this kind of speed? Now imagine you're standing in Chongqing, a mega city with a population of over 30 million people, more than the entire population of Australia and Malaysia combined. For much of the world outside Asia, Chongqing might still be relatively unknown, but this is one of the most geographically dramatic cities on Earth. The city sits at the intersection of two major rivers, the Yangtze River and the Jialing River, with 76% of its terrain made up of rugged hills and mountains. Here, skyscrapers rise directly from steep hillsides, bridges hang dozens of stories above the water, and roads spiral like springs, cutting through layers of clouds. People call it the 8D city, a real-world version of a cyberpunk landscape. But that breathtaking beauty comes with a serious challenge: logistics. Throughout history, getting in or out of Chongqing has never been easy. Towering mountain ranges force railways to snake through valleys. Tunnels must be drilled through solid rock. And a trip that looks short on a map can take an entire day, because trains are constantly climbing, turning, and adjusting elevation. Even during the explosive expansion of China's high-speed rail network in the 2000s, Chongqing still lagged behind flatland cities. Why? Because building infrastructure here isn't just expensive, it's extraordinarily complex. For a city of 30 million people, this wasn't just an inconvenience. It was a critical bottleneck, one that slowed economic growth, drove up logistics costs, and even separated families. The old station, Chongqing North Railway Station, had completely buckled under population pressure. Every year during Chinese New Year travel rush, the largest human migration on Earth, the station descended into chaos. Crowds spilled out onto surrounding roads. Platforms were packed beyond capacity, and the entire system was pushed to its absolute limit. Expanding the old station? That wasn't an option. The surrounding land had already been exhausted, and the mountainous terrain made adding new rail lines a financial and engineering nightmare. But instead of patching the problem, China chose a completely different approach. They decided to rewrite the game entirely. Two major national strategies converged at this exact location. The Chengdu-Chongqing Economic Circle, aimed at transforming Western China into a new economic powerhouse, and the 8 vertical and 8 horizontal railway network, designed to connect every major city into a massive, high-speed grid. Chongqing sat right at the crossroads of these critical corridors, but it lacked one thing: a central hub powerful enough to handle that flow. So in 2019, the decision was made: build an entirely new megastation on the eastern side of the city. And when they say new, they truly meant redefining what a transportation hub could be. Chongqing East Railway Station has a total construction area of 1.22 million square meters. To put that into perspective, look at Grand Central Terminal, a global icon of rail travel for over a century. Chongqing's new station is more than 6 times larger. You could fit the entire Grand Central inside it and still have space left to build 5 more just like it. Even compared to Guangzhou South Railway Station, one of the busiest stations in China, Chongqing East is nearly twice the size. It features 8 levels, 15 platforms, 29 rail tracks, and it can handle up to 16,000 passengers per hour during peak times. But what truly amazes people isn't just the scale, it's the experience. The station's roof is a massive wave of steel and glass, weighing over 16,500 tons, supported by columns inspired by the native Guangzhou tree. Natural light filters through the structure above, spreading across the interior space, creating an atmosphere that feels open, alive, almost organic. It doesn't feel like a station. It feels like standing inside a forest cathedral. The architects designed it with intention, not just a place you pass through, but a place you actually want to stay. Inside you'll find shopping centers, luxury hotels, office spaces, direct metro connections. You could spend an entire day here and never get bored. But here's the real question. How do you build something this massive, a steel and concrete giant, in just 38 months, in one of the most difficult terrains on Earth? The answer lies in a technological revolution, one that, until recently, felt like something straight out of science fiction. Building a structure covering over 1 million square meters in less than 4 years, in mountainous terrain, is something traditional construction methods could never achieve. In Chongqing, where summer temperatures regularly exceed 104 degrees Fahrenheit, 40 degrees Celsius, outdoor labor isn't just difficult, it's dangerous. To overcome human limitations, China deployed one of the most advanced combinations of robotics and AI ever seen on a construction site. First, there are autonomous bulldozers guided by laser systems, integrating LiDAR, artificial intelligence, and 5G connectivity. They level terrain with millimeter-level precision, working 3 times faster while reducing labor costs by up to 40%. At the same time, 4-wheel laser-guided paving robots replace workers under extreme heat, ensuring perfectly smooth concrete surfaces without direct human involvement. Then there are the massive glass panels for the roof, each weighing up to 800 kilograms. These are lifted and installed by robotic arms with near-perfect accuracy, eliminating safety risks and accelerating installation speed by 3 times. Even site inspection has been transformed. AI-powered patrol robots continuously scan the entire construction zone 24/7, detecting safety risks ranging from missing helmets to microscopic structural cracks. The result? A 90% reduction in inspection time and dramatically improved construction safety. Now compare that to the pace in the West. While China completed this mega hub in just 38 months, projects like the upgrade of Penn Station in New York have taken decades, costing billions of dollars and still not fully completed. The Moynihan train hall, part of that upgrade, cost $1.6 billion and took over 20 years from planning to opening in 2021. Or consider the California high-speed rail, approved back in 2008 and still under construction today, with costs exceeding projections by tens of billions. China isn't just building bigger, they're building differently. Their approach is based on parallel execution. Instead of working step by step, they divide the project into independent layers. While teams above install railway systems, other teams below simultaneously complete metro lines and commercial spaces. This elevated platform design unlocks over 400,000 square meters of usable space beneath the tracks, saving more than 20 hectares of land in a city already constrained by mountains. It's not just construction, it's a complete rethinking of how infrastructure is built in the 21st century. But Chongqing East Railway Station isn't just a train station, it's a station-city integration model. At its core, the station acts as the nucleus of an entirely new urban district with a 3.5 square kilometer city designed to grow around it. Instead of being a dull transit point, this becomes a true urban center, complete with parks, residential areas, and full-service infrastructure. Once 4 directly connected metro lines are fully operational, a resident can travel from anywhere in Chongqing straight to the platform and board a high-speed train without ever stepping outside. In a city known for extreme weather, this kind of seamless connectivity is a life-changing upgrade for millions. From a geopolitical perspective, this station sits at the crossroads of the new high-speed rail corridor linking Chongqing to coastal regions like Xiamen, connecting inland southwest China directly to major seaports at speeds of up to 350 kilometers per hour, 217 miles per hour. Travel time between Chongqing and Chengdu has dropped from 5 hours to just 1. Goods that once sat for days on slow freight lines can now move across the country in just a few hours, unlocking markets that once felt out of reach. So what does this mean for the rest of the world? Chongqing East is part of a deliberate effort to rebalance China's economic geography. For decades, prosperity was concentrated along the coast, while mountainous terrain and distance isolated the interior. This project sends a clear message. Western China is now just as accessible, just as modern, and just as attractive for investment. On the sustainability front, the station meets China's highest 3-star green building standard. Solar panels on the roof generate 14 million kilowatt-hours of clean energy annually, saving approximately 5,000 tons of coal. Smart systems monitor crowd density to optimize air conditioning in real time, ensuring that no energy is wasted. Rainwater is collected and reused, and seamless metro integration reduces reliance on cars, leading to cleaner air across the city. Chongqing East may be one of the clearest examples yet of how a train station can become something far greater than just a place where journeys begin and end. It's a place where a city redefines itself. And as the gap between what's happening here and the rest of the world continues to widen, we're left with a critical question. Will cities in the US or Europe ever have the will and the technology to build something at this scale and speed? Or is this level of ambition only possible within a very specific system? The future of megacities is being rewritten right here in the mountains of Chongqing. If you find stories like this about global infrastructure and economics fascinating, make sure to like and subscribe for more deep dive analysis. And don't forget to drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you believe the station city model is the future of urban development? I'd love to hear your perspective.